Alright guys, we're rolling. Another car chat. It's become my life, hasn't it? Super busy. How are you guys? How was your weekend? Today is Martin Luther King Day. So, sorry about my hair, guys. Just gonna have to do its own thing. Alright, I'm back. This is the story of my life. I'm actually taking a break right now from social media because I just can't deal with all the notifications. So I hope everybody's doing great. I haven't heard from very many people. So I just wanted to announce that we do have a baby. Baby E was born on Friday at 5:54 p.m. weighing in at 7 pounds, 5 ounces, and 20 inches long. She's beautiful. She has dimples. She's already starting to move her up, kind of lift her head a little bit. She doesn't really cry. She just makes weird noises like when she's upset. So I think she's going to be, knock on wood, which I have no wood in here. She's going to be, pretty mild-tempered, we're hoping. And so, yeah, I was up there in Austin until Sunday, so I got to hold her a lot, and we'll be going back eventually to help. So yeah, my life is not calmed down yet. Right now I'm going to the skilled nursing facility where my dad is currently. He was transferred there on Friday, the same time that I was going to Austin. And I haven't seen the place yet. And so I'm going to go and check it out and, just see what it's all about. He was supposed to have his first round of rehab today, so I'm going to see how that went. Guys. So I don't want to say the crisis is over. I should not call this a crisis. Just family stuff going on. And how am I doing it? I have a friend of mine that keeps saying, how are you getting sales? How are you keeping your eBay and Poshmark sales going? And so the answer to that is drafts. Now, some of you may have noticed that drafts started disappearing last week from eBay. Luckily, I was not one of those people affected by it. If you were missing drafts, please write it in the comments below. I would like to know how many people watching have lost drafts. I have been very, very lucky. The thing to do when that happens is to start scheduling drafts. Just schedule them to start a week or two later. And then when you're ready to make the drafts go live, just make them live and you will not be charged. So far, I don't hear anybody losing scheduled drafts. So that's probably what I would do in that situation. I have not done that, so I'm not really taking my advice. I'm taking my chances, although anything that's been drafted on eBay has already been cross-listed to Poshmark, so I won't really lose that information. I will just have to figure out basically which drafts I lost, or maybe just leave them on Poshmark and not sell them on eBay. My Poshmark sales have actually been doing pretty well over the weekend. eBay, not so much. I mean, I had a really good day. I think it was Friday, and then just kind of went down from here. I've only had one sale today, and it's already 3 o'clock on Monday, so I don't know. But it was a good sale. So I did get a retail arbitrage sale from someone who bought 20 tops for me. The shipping ended up being $139, and it only cost me $13 to ship this stuff because she was very close by. So guys, I had to refund her a lot of money because she messaged me and said, please give me, please just charge me for real shipping, what actually cost you. And so I did, because I think that I want to keep this woman as a repeat buyer. She did mention that she was going to come back to my store next week and shop some more. I gave her dirt cheap prices, and I only did that on items that have been listed for, maybe 8 months or more. And so it got rid of a lot of my inventory and made sales. And the killer was I refunded her all that shipping. It was a lot, like $100 or more shipping. Ugh. But that's okay. I want to be fair. And so that's what I'm doing. Keep these people happy. That's what you got to do. There's nothing good comes from pissing a buyer off. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we have to look at it that way. I want my buyers to be happy. I don't know about you. I don't want to put a bunch of legalese in my description with all these rules like, you must check measurements before you order, and we do not accept refunds for buyer's remorse, and we don't do this and we don't do that. And there's nothing good, guys, that comes from putting stuff like that in your description. All that does is have people move on. And if that's what you're trying to accomplish, then it's working, because people are not going to shop from you when they have all of these rules and regulations. I go into Walmart, they don't have all these rules and regulations. Why should eBay have that? So my positive feedback is up to 100% right now, and I want to keep it that way. Let's see, what else can we talk about? So we were in South Austin. Well, I shouldn't say South. It was borderline South Austin downtown. We were on the edge of downtown going south at the IHOP. And it was late at night, like 11:30 at night. And we got into our car, and this man in what appeared to be a ski mask, but it was not a ski mask. It was like one of those gator scarf mask, and a hoodie, came up to our car, and it was kind of freaky. He was asking for money, I believe, but it's still, when you're by, two females in a car late at night in a dark area of town that you've never been in before, and some guy comes up to your door in what appears to be a ski mask, it was a little tense. So yeah, that was one of the highlights of our trip. We finally got our Ring doorbell installed after 7 visits from the security company. We now have 2 security cameras and a Ring doorbell installed, and that company is not getting a good review from me. If I even bother to give a review, I don't know. I never seen anybody take so long and have so many excuses for why they can't install something. It's just, and this company came highly recommended by a family member, who I don't think will be watching this video. When I did go on their reviews before I chose them, I did see some bad reviews, but because this family member had a good experience, I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and try it. And it didn't work out for us. Sometime in the next week, we're going to have our front yard dug up because they're having to replace the front sewer line. We knew that was going to come, buying an old house. We've already had the back part replaced. They had to jackhammer our back patio, but they're saying they don't think they're going to have to cut into our front porch or my rose bushes, so that's a good thing. So back to eBay. Tomorrow, which will be the 17th, and I don't know when I'm going to upload this video, so probably the plus size clothing sale will be over, but this is Monday, so I have about, 45 pieces pulled for my plus size sale, and they need to be hung up. Well, normally I hang them up, and then whatever doesn't sell, I take the photos since they're already hung up, and then I fill out my item specific clothing inventory sheet, measurements and all that, which is kind of backwards the way I usually do it. Well, what I've decided to do, since I don't know what I'm doing from day to day with my, I only have 35 drafts right now that are completed. So what I decided to do is I'm going to go ahead and measure and fill out the clothing inventory sheets for all the things for my sale. Hopefully some of them will sell and I'll have to throw those sheets away. I'm not going to draft them, but whatever doesn't sell, then I'll photograph, and I already have the sheets filled out. Never done it that way before, because I thought, well, that's double work. If they sell, I've already filled out the sheet. But I got to do this, guys, because this is what you have to do. You have to prepare for the unexpected. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just keeping those drafts going, those sheets going. What takes so long is the photographs, hanging them up, steaming them, which that doesn't take that long, but I can only take photos at certain times of the day because of the way the sun hits and creates a shadow, and it's inevitable. When I finally have time to do photographs, there's a shadow on the wall, and then I have to wait. So what are some things that you guys are struggling with? Maybe you're not struggling at all. I'm super struggling. I'm also struggling with YouTube. I mean, I was laying in bed last night almost in tears thinking, you know what? I need to get off of YouTube. I need to get off of YouTube and just stop the channel. Just keep what's up, and get off of YouTube. And that is a definite possibility in the future for me, because I don't think my life is going to slow down very much in the near future, in a year or more. But then, I don't want to do like a swan song, I'm closing the channel, blah, blah, blah. But then I think viewers deserve to know when the channel is closing. I know I appreciate when YouTubers come on and say they're no longer going to be doing YouTube indefinitely, because then I don't have to worry about, like, where are they? What happened? But then I got to thinking, if I do this swan song goodbye and all that, and then I want to get on and socialize and have a hangout or something like that, then I'm going to feel like, well, just told everybody to, goodbye. So, I don't know. That's still a possibility for me. And it makes me really sad, but it almost kind of is a relief. But I don't really plan. I mean, I plan videos, but they never get done. I have a list of videos that I want to do, and they just never get done because I'm never home. And then when I'm home, I'm trying to deal with family stuff, and I don't know, guys. Another one of my challenges right now is going to be sourcing. I only have like 2 bags of inventory left to go through, and excuse me. And in order to get my $1.75 or less cost of goods, I really have to go on Saturdays, and I don't know what I'm doing next Saturday. I'm like, what am I going to do? How am I going to source this week and keep my cost of goods down? That's how I can afford to offer these plus size clothing sales. Guys, these plus size clothing sales, it may look like I make money on them, but the reality is I make about $4 to sometimes $6 a piece. That's it. But I feel like it's worth it because I want to offer you guys, really nice clothing at an affordable price, and it's fun, and I don't have to list the stuff. But I can't charge those prices if I'm going to go somewhere else and pay, full thrift price for these items. So just kind of trying to figure out where I'm going to source this week, when I'm going to source this week. And if I source at a higher cost of goods, I'm going to have to be super, super picky about what I pick up. And I don't like to be super picky. I like to take chances on items. Because a lot of times I pick these brands up I've never seen before, and they do really well. But I don't want to pay up for them if they're a flop. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff in clearance right now. A lot of dresses. I started selling dresses about 1.5 years ago, and I said to myself, I'm picking up all these brands I've never heard of before, and some of them sold, but some of them haven't. So now they're on clearance, and so I'm deciding that from now on, when I pick up a dress, it has to be a brand that I sell normally, unless it's just something super awesome. But no more of these off boutique brands that I've never heard of before. I don't have time to do comps in the store. I don't like to stand there and do comps. And so I'm just really taking a look at the jeans, the dresses, especially. They're sitting there at 50% off with a 20% coupon. And, my promoted listings are high. And I just don't feel like it's worth it anymore. It was an experiment. And, it taught me something. It taught me that I picked this brand up. I didn't know what it was. It sold. Great. But I picked this brand up, and it was a flop. And you can have all the great listings you want and great prices. If people cannot find your item on eBay, it will not sell. If you have filled out the title incorrectly, just in one spot, you will not be able to find your item. The one way you can do this is you can pick an item in your store that hasn't sold. You can go in incognito mode on your browser, and you can copy and paste the entire title into eBay and see if your item comes up. And sometimes it won't even come up. Even with your entire title, it will not come up. That means that you have done something weird with your title. You've left something out, something's not correct, or an item specific is incorrect, or you have put something in item specifics that was not a choice. You have made your own item specific that threw you out of the search. So I invite you to do that. Go through items that are just sitting there and you're like, why the heck hasn't this sold for years and years? Go incognito mode. It's your best friend. It'll tell you something. Maggie and I are going to be doing a tag talk in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be looking in her store and I guess critiquing her store. I don't really know how to explain it. We're going to look at her store. I'm going to give her some suggestions, and one of the things I plan to do is look up some of her items from my browser and see if I can find them. And that will help her. So be sure and join us for that show. That should be quite interesting. And likewise, I would like Maggie to look at my store and critique my store. I'm always welcome to suggestions. I had someone last week message me about a dress that I had listed, and she said she had that exact same item, and it was not a dress, it was a tunic. She said there's no way this would be considered a dress. And when I was looking at it, I remember listing it thinking, I don't know if I should list it as a tunic, I don't know if I should list it as a dress, and I listed it as a dress. And she was right. It should have been a tunic. So, I don't know. I know people have a lot of extra time. I always appreciate when buyers send me suggestions. 9 times out of 10, they're right. I don't appreciate when they send me suggestions that my price is too high. I don't appreciate that. Or if they accuse me of selling fakes. I have one lady accuse me of selling a fake just my size t-shirt that you can get at Walmart. She said it was a fake. I was like, yeah, right. Don't think they fake those. But anyway, I think that was a return. I think I got an INAD for that. I don't know. Alright, what else can we talk about here? I'm trying to keep my glasses on because I don't have any makeup on. And I need to go get some foundation, and I just haven't made it to Walgreens. I have like a long list of stuff I need to get to Walgreens, and I just have had no time. So I'm trying not to get run down because I haven't been feeling well, and I know a lot of this is stress related, and I've just been feeling very, very run down, like I'm not getting enough sleep, but I am sleeping. But I can't afford to get sick, and I hope everyone in your household as well. A lot of people have COVID right now. Still out there. I gotta go to the office tomorrow. I haven't been to the office for over a week, and so tomorrow I'll probably be there extra long, and then I'll come home, grab some dinner, and start my show. And then we'll see. My dad is having a rough time adjusting to this new skilled nursing center, so I'm going up there to figure out what's going on. And I don't know. I don't know if I can move him to another place. I don't know that that would even be a good decision. So I'm just kind of going up there to see, scope it out from my point of view. And, they don't call them nursing homes anymore. They call them skilled nursing centers, but they're really nursing homes. But his has a rehab in it. And so I imagine it's very depressing when you're there. You're there temporarily, and a lot of people there are not there temporarily. I know it can probably be very depressing. So it's really hard to keep your spirits up. And my mom's dealing with plumbing issues today, so she hasn't been up there, and so I've got to go. But it was nice to have the day off today from my regular job, and I don't know, I think I'm pretty much out of news, so I hope everyone has a great week. And if I get this uploaded on Monday, then please join me for my plus size sale tomorrow, January 17th at 6 p.m. Central. Even if you're not plus size, if you could just pass the word around to plus size people, I would really, really appreciate it, because I'd really like to get the attendance up on these sales. And I've been trying really hard to be consistent every other Tuesday, and it's hard. And then if you're not plus size, if you want to just join us in the chat and visit and look at the pretty clothes, we'd love that. Sharon and I would love that if you would join us and, in chat. Let us know what's going on with you guys. So hopefully I will have a hangout Wednesday or Thursday for you guys. Working hangout. So anyway, everyone take care. Love you so much. May God keep you in his pocket. See you in my next video. Bye.